All right, this is Unit 3, Formative 2, Video 2, Absolute Value Inequalities. Okay, so we've already done absolute value equations, so now we just have inequalities. Okay, so a lot of the same rules apply with the positive and negative, okay, but there are a couple little different things, so let's see what happens. All right, so solve graph and write interval notation. So again, whenever you have an absolute value, we rewrite our first inequality. Okay, and our second one is going to be a negative, okay? But with inequalities, you have to flip the inequality. Okay, you're not going to get one positive and one a negative, so be careful. All right, so let's go ahead and solve them. All right, so I have x is greater than 4/3 and then x is less than -4. All right, so let's graph. So on my graph, again, smaller number to the left, which is -4. Larger number is on the right, which is 4/3. Okay, so let's look at this one. X is greater than 4/3. So I got above, it's open, and x is greater than 4/3. Okay, over here we have x is less than -4. So we have -4 and x is less than. So this is an OR statement. Okay. Now let's do our interval notation. So remember with these, with interval notations, there's two separate arrows. So there's going to be two separate interval notations. So our first one, okay, the first one here, okay, we have -infinity to -4. So I have parentheses, I have -infinity, and it goes to a -4, and it's open, so I have a parentheses. Okay, all right, let's look at the one to the right. It starts at 4/3 and it goes to +infinity. So it's open, so it's a parentheses, so 4/3, and I stop at +infinity, and infinity always has parentheses. All right, so we're going to split them up. So we have 4x plus 1 is less than or equal to 10, and then we have 4x plus 1 is greater than or equal to -10. Remember, change it to a negative and flip your inequality. So let's go ahead and solve. So I have 4x is less than or equal to 9, divide by 4, and x is less than or equal to 9/4. Okay, so there's one answer. Now on this one, negative, so I have 4x is greater than or equal to -11. Divide by 4. That's negative. Okay. All right, number line. Smaller number goes on the left, so that's -11/4. Larger number is 9/4. Okay. All right, so let's look at this one first. So I have x is less than or equal to 9/4. So here's my 9/4. Less than or equal to shades. Okay, less than's going this way. Okay, we're not going to do an arrow yet because watch what happened on the second one. So now I have x is greater than or equal to -11/4. So we're going to circle, close it, and greater than. Okay, so this is an and statement. All right, we have one shading, so there's going to be one interval notation. Okay. So start here with the left. So we have a closed circle at -11/4, and it goes to another closed circle. So closed circle means a bracket, -11/4, and it goes to 9/4, which is a closed circle, which is another bracket. Next one. Now here the absolute value of something outside the absolute value. So before you split it up, you have to isolate the absolute value. Okay, so now once I got the absolute value by itself, now I can split up my inequality. So I have one greater than 7, and then I have less than -7. So solve both. So it's a -1. All right, number line, smaller number to the left, so that's -11, larger number to the right. Okay, so on this one, it reads x is greater than 3. So x here and is greater than 3, it's open. The other one reads x is less than -11. So open, less than. Okay, two arrows, so I'm going to have two interval notations. So the first one has -infinity to -11. And then the second one goes from 3, which is open, to +infinity. There's your interval notation. All right, next one. The speed limit on the highway is 75 miles per hour. Your speed can vary at most 3 miles per hour. Find the range and show your answer on a number line. Okay, so this one, number line, okay, it's sort of like the one we did. So 75 is here. Okay, and it can vary 3 miles an hour. So that means it can go up by 3 or it can go down by 3. So, so if it goes up by 3, it's 78. Okay, if it goes down by 3, it's 72. Okay, and so my range is going to be somewhere in between here. Okay, I can't go over 78, can't go under 72. And that's the answer.